Now, Shannon, there was a fair bit to process in that game, not only in those last few seconds, not only in that last quarter, but throughout the whole evening.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, given the game last, what was it, 5 or 6 days ago as well, just, kind of added to the whole thing. It was, it was a pretty crazy game, and I thought, again, we knew Adelaide would come out and, they'd really get after us a lot more. We thought it'd be really physical, which it was, and it was both ways. It was a really good game, I thought. And we've, obviously we had a tough night in Perth the other night and they shot the lights out of it, and we knew that it was going to be tough coming in here on the, back end of kind of 4 games in 8 days or 9 days, whatever it's been for us. And, I'm really proud of the team. I think, we got down 15 against Perth in the second quarter and it kind of just capitulated from there. And, for us to be able to hang tough and keep just, today was about finding solutions, and I felt like we just kept trying to find that, whether it was a player rotation, whether it was a change in defence, whatever it was, just, to try and get something that gave us a spark. And then, we're able to wrestle back momentum in the fourth and, had a crazy finish.
Did you feel like the Lightning pushed out a bit of your things that you wanted to do, particularly in that second quarter? Because they seemed to get on top of you after you got out, I think, by a 10-0 run for a bit, and then Lightning really pushed back at you at the back end of that second quarter. Yeah,
they did. And, they're a great team. I know their record right now doesn't show that, but they are one of the better, best, I think, put together teams in the league. They've got a lot of talent. We knew that no lead is safe against them. No matter how well you're playing, Nat's going to make an adjustment. They're going to come out and play harder. And I think for us, we're quite young, and I think right now, we're learning to, correct mistakes quickly. And I think just the better we get with that, and the more we can know that, we don't want to let a 3-0 run turn into a 7-0 run to a 9-0 run to an 11-0 run. I think the better we get with that stuff, the better we're going to play, and the more games we're going to be in to win at the end.
In that final term, did you feel like Adelaide were tightening up a little bit there at the end, and you felt like that you had a chance to get back into that contest?
Yeah, look, it's human nature, I think, a little bit. They've just gone through it the last, 5 days ago. They had a 15-point lead, I think, early in the fourth, and then we started to cut in. And we had a timeout, and I felt like if we could just keep playing and keep chipping away, we'd eventually, if we got enough points in a row, we'd find a way to, put the pressure back on them. And that's sort of what happened. And, Woody obviously stepped up and made some really big plays sort of in the fourth quarter. And, then we kind of we got a bit lucky. We had to foul a lot. We decided not to go for the tie on the timeout. We wanted to go for a quick 2, and we got lucky. Lauren Mansfield kind of camouflaged herself there in the backcourt and managed to make a play at that last pass, and we got fouled and had a chance to be able to win the game. So it was it was a pretty crazy finish, but very, very proud of my team. I think it showed a lot of toughness and resilience, and obviously Woody had a big game, but Lauren Cox had some big blocks. Alex Fowler had 11 rebounds. Saffron Shields played some really good defense in the third quarter, and then Nia Locke finished it off. So, I think just to get so many contributions from everybody, and that's what we're going to need to be able to win games this year.
Well, Courtney, you certainly enjoy playing the Adelaide Lightning. Your last games, I think it's your last 5 games now, it's an average of about close to 14, 15 points per game against the Lightning. You seem to enjoy playing them. Is it a particular style, or is it a particular way that you're defended when you play? What is it that has you scoring the way you do against this team?
I think anytime you're going against players like Steph Talbot and Izzy Boulais, I think that you really kind of have to be ready from the very first possession. So I think kind of this game, as much as any other game, I feel like, not just me, but I feel like everyone comes into the game knowing that we need to play really well to beat Adelaide.
I want to take this one from a slightly different angle. So you made the shot in the end,
yeah,
won you the game. But in the lead up to that, over your career, that sort of thing, can you think back to times where you learnt in those situations about how to get that moment the way you got it tonight? Because often that is what happens. It is a bit of a journey to get to that kind of shot.
I think kind of in those situations, I feel like you have more time than you think you do. I think it was 2 years ago we had the game winner with Tiana Hawkins at home against Sydney, and I think I threw the ball in. I think I kind of learned that most players, you kind of you're in the moment, you really just want to panic and you get flustered. But I feel like I kind of caught the ball in the end. I saw the clock, saw it was 1.6, and knew that I had time to kind of get to like that sweet spot on the right block. So I feel like that just kind of comes with experience and like being put in those situations enough. But obviously a lot of luck's involved in that as well. So we definitely had the ball kind of fall that way in the end. So yeah, it's a bit of luck, a bit of experience, but yeah.
So you're one of the returnees from last year for the Townsville Fire, obviously, and it's a
Yeah.
pretty new group and that. Do you feel like you're getting closer to what you want to look like for the season ahead now?
Yeah, I think so. I think having me and Saffron return with Shannon, I think I'm going into my 5th year and Shannon's in his 6th. I think we're definitely trying to like play a certain way at the Fire, and I think we've had a lot of new people come in, and I think Shannon's done a really good job of recruiting really good people that want to work really hard. And obviously it's like a bit of growing pains in the beginning, getting everyone used to the system, but I think kind of at the centre of the Townsville Fire is just playing really hard, and I think that's kind of what you saw in the 4th quarter.
Shannon, for yourself, Lauren Mansfield, not the biggest impact tonight, but obviously working back from injury and that, but obviously at different times, as you said, also impacted on the game very much. 200 games on Wednesday, of course. She's born and bred here in South Australia. We know her really well. Her junior club was here tonight. She matched up against her teammate Brooke Basham from North Adelaide as well. Can you talk to me a little bit about Lauren Mansfield? I know you've only had the 5 games with her this season, so she certainly played across our league a significant amount.
Oh yeah, she's awesome. And again, she didn't make shots today, and I know she's like worrying about that stuff, but her impact, you look like she plays the first 2 games, we win. She misses the next couple, we don't win. And then she comes back and steadies us today. We moved her back into the starting lineup. And Abby Ellis has done a phenomenal job for us, and she did again today. But just Lauren's composure, like our offense runs really well when she's out there directing traffic and doing those things. And I think it's only a matter of time, I think, before she just starts knocking shots and playing with a bit more, freedom and confidence and those types of things. And, I have no doubt that she's going to, over the next couple of weeks, we've got a chance to practice again and do all those things, that she's going to find her groove and, have an awesome, second and third of the season.
In that 4th term, you threw Nye Lock in there as well. Yep. I'm curious as to what the thinking was behind that in relation to whatever happened. It seemed to work for you in that final term.
Naya, look, she just plays as hard as she can, and I knew we needed something different. We needed a little bit of a spark, and she's a great spot-up shooter. We weren't shooting the ball overly well, and she's a defensive menace, and that's her job. And whether we play her 20 minutes or 5 minutes, she's going to come in and give you every single thing that she has, and that's just what I felt. We were kind of searching a little bit, and that's just what we felt we needed. Early in the 4th quarter, and I thought she did an excellent job. Excellent job.
So your next game is against Bendigo Spirit. It's quite a distance away. It's December 14, so you do get a bit of a rest after 2 games within close to 48, 72 hours of each other, and a bit of flying around, no doubt.
Yep.
Looking forward to the break, but also looking forward to focusing on having a go against one of the teams that definitely is one of the teams to beat so far this season.
Yeah, definitely. Look, I mean, we've had a pretty tough start. Like, we've played 5 of 7 games on the road to start the season, 7 games in November. As you said, we've had injuries. Lauren Cox has been carrying an injury the last 3 games. I think all the girls are feeling something. We were, very fatigued today. So it'd be good to freshen up, good to get home again. And honestly, I think we've got a lot of things to work on. We've played some good basketball in patches, and I think we just need to learn to be more consistent. And I think it's a great chance to try and knuckle down on some of those things, and then hopefully go into this next block of the season, and keep playing good basketball.
Thank you, Shannon.
Awesome.
Thanks, thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.